Welcome. I'm Judy. Have you ever had a defining moment in your life when you knew that nothing would ever be the same again? That happened to me in 1975, to be exact. I was at a time in my life when it looked as if I had absolutely everything I could ever want or need, and yet within I felt desperate. I felt alone. I felt fearful. I felt rudderless, and I didn't know what to do. The feeling got so acute that one night I closed the door in my apartment when I was by myself, and I started to cry out, "Won't someone up there please help me? Won't someone up there please help me?" And I really meant it. A few days later, this call was answered. I was invited to visit two professors of psychology at Columbia University School of Physicians and Surgeons in New York City. Their names were Dr. Helen Schuckman and Dr. William Thetford. These two people were very, very interested in my story, as I was very interested in theirs, but we knew not why. It wasn't until the stories were revealed that we realized that they had the same theme. 10 years before, they too had been caught in some kind of a chaotic life crisis, working together at the university and in their relationship. And one day, Bill reached out his hand to Helen and said, "I can't go on anymore. I really can't go on. Everything is too conflicted. We're too conflicted. There must be a better way. There must be a better way of being in the world." And he meant it. As they told me their story, they got an answer too. And their answer was the beginning of a process of inner dictation that occurred to Helen. And she would actually begin to hear that which she called the voice, telling her what to write down. And as it started was, "This is a Course in Miracles." It is a required course. Only the time you take it is voluntary. The purpose of the course is not to teach love, but to help remove the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. Helen and Bill were telling me this story, and I was feeling chills up and down my spine. There was something in me that was responding automatically, and I couldn't even say why. They showed me the introduction and the manuscript itself, and as I started to read it, I knew I had an answer to my prayer for help, as they had an answer to theirs. Together, we decided to publish this remarkable document known as A Course in Miracles, and I became its publisher. The purpose of the publication of the Course in its own foundation, called the Foundation for Inner Peace, was to help people find their way to God. Now, we also needed a mission, and that indeed was also given to us. And the exact mission was to publish, distribute, and discuss A Course in Miracles. 44 years later, that is just what we're doing.
Hello, and welcome to the study of A Course in Miracles. The Course is a powerful and radical system for changing the way you think. Its goal is to remove the obstacles to love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. Those obstacles include things like holding grievances, making judgments, attack thoughts, and of course all of the thoughts and desires about specialness that come into our heads. When we remove those obstacles, the result is a state of happiness, peace, and love that is not dependent on external circumstances, that comes from within. However, the Course can be very daunting. At over 1,200 pages and almost 500,000 words, beginners often ask us, well, how do I begin? How do I study this? To help you with the study, we have put together a guidebook that outlines some of the ways that students have approached the Course in the past. More importantly, we've helped you to understand that the Course takes many words, many terms from Judeo-Christian religion and gives them completely new definitions. And if you understand those definitions, you will be able to approach the Course and apply it much more easily. Of course, the central goal of the Course is to get you in touch with your own inner sense of guidance, which the Course calls the Holy Spirit. When we're in touch with the Holy Spirit, whether that's through a voice or impressions of thought, we are led in a direction that inevitably brings us to a state of love, peace, and joy. As we said, those are the Course's goals. Stick to the study. It can be difficult at times. It will challenge you. It will expose aspects of your thought and behavior that you were not prepared for. All of it is for the end result of your greater happiness. And with that, I wish you all the best.
Welcome. In 1975, I was 16 years old, and I would come into my family living room and find the scribes of A Course in Miracles, Dr. Helen Schuckman and Dr. William Thetford, who I knew as Helen and Bill, in with their colleague, Ken Wapnick, and my mother, Judith Skutch, joining together in practicing A Course in Miracles, studying it, talking about it together. And they did this for quite some time, and the next thing that evolved, or that I heard, was that a foundation was to be created, dictated by guidance, inner guidance of the voice that dictated the Course to Dr. Helen Schuckman. And the guidance was to create a foundation called the Foundation for Inner Peace in order to actually bring the Course, publish the Course, and bring it to the public, greater at large. In this, they were told that the reason that they needed to create this foundation and to publish the Course in a nonprofit way was to it was to be managed and ushered in by people who were going to spend the rest of their lives doing the Course, practicing the Course, and being of the Course. In 1976, this actually happened, and the Course got published. And what I got to see from the very beginning was that this foundation was run through inner guidance and asking at every step of the way. There was no business plan created. Everything was given through inner guidance in the present of what needed to be done at any given time. We have come from that place to having published the Course in over 28 different languages and counting. We have a website here for you that will give you the history and archival information of things like Helen and Bill's autobiographies and things that happened with my mother in the publishing of the Course, and archival information, as I said. And also we have different translations and daily workbook lessons. So there's a lot that you can find on our website about us and about what we do and what our offerings are. But the most important thing that we do at the Foundation for Inner Peace, in everything we do, is apply the Course principles in every single thing we do, in every question. And we ask daily, hourly, sometimes minute by minute, particularly if there seems to be perceived conflict. How do we do this? Based in love with applied Course principles. And this is the inner listening to the remembering that we are love, that what we offer is love, and that we ask you to join us in that same spirit as you are love, we are love, and we would like to welcome you to do this with us in this process. Thank you and welcome, and I hope this is helpful.